This can't be done.
Yes, it can. Just have to go deep enough.
No suspender.
He dropped his nose down. It wasn't scrunched up. He took them glasses off. Woo! Oh my god. I was like, Laura Winslow is the luckiest gal in the world tonight. I was sad for her when he went back to being Steve. She was like, "Do you have to go?"
Well, I think it's just a lazy product of some of the sitcom. You know.
Yeah, if somebody has a catchphrase that catches on with
That's what I mean.
yeah, they're gonna lean on it.
Unfortunately,
Same thing happened with Family Matters.
It gets to a point in a lot of sitcoms where a character, their catchphrase becomes popular and they become the focus of the show.
I mean, like how they started, like the show didn't start out being like with Urkel being that important of a character, and then they found out through the ratings that everybody loved the character Steve Urkel, and then the show Family Matters basically became the Urkel Show.
Yeah, and like his dynamic with Carl Winslow, and I don't know, there were just so many characters that I thought were really enjoyable characters. Like as a family, it was like an interesting family, and then it just turned into like Steve busting in and like being clumsy and like breaking stuff, and it was just like kind of exhausting after a while. Like, did I do that?
Yeah, I mean, but even still, as a show, as a complete show, it didn't really rest on stereotypes at all.
No,
or
not
like
at all.
racial stuff. So ultimately, though, I did enjoy Family Matters, and I think Steve was a really interesting character.
That's true. I guess
Like him,
he had a lot of range.
and the idea of him being like a super genius is really something that we never really got before.
Right.
Like even with Cosby Show, you know, like they were more just normal, everyday people. They just happened to, you know, come from a family of two parents who both had really affluent jobs or careers rather. But you know, like Carl Winslow was a police officer, so he's like blue collar working man, and I don't remember what Harriet's job was, but like Steve being a super genius was really interesting.
That's true.
And then like his range was really pretty wide as well. Like him going from like Steve Urkel, goofball, like nerd genius, to like Stefan Urquelle.
Now that is a monumental moment in TV history.
Suave ladies man, just like that's, I don't know if we've seen such a like a 180 of a like character change in any other show before.
You know what's funny too is that you know how people can remember where they were when they heard a certain song or when something happened, like a big major world event. I remember the night of TGIF when Stefan Urkel stepped out of that that transformation machine. I screamed. I remember Babyface was playing for the Cool in You. Oh my God, that's why it's one of my favorite songs to this day. Like we waited years to see that. Like to have him have on pants that came all the way down to his ankles, and like just clothes that were nicely fitted, and
no suspender.
He dropped his nose down. It wasn't scrunched up. He took them glasses off. Woo! Oh my God. I was like, Laura Winslow is the luckiest gal in the world tonight. I was sad for her when he went back to being Steve. She was like, "Do you have to go?" Oh man. And then actually, you know what too? Like I think that's when the show, it did get a little resurgence. I think an interest from people like myself who had watched it, you know, from the beginning. After a while, it kind of became a little redundant. And then I think they brought in that Stefan Urkel. And probably I heard that actor, he was pretty instrumental in being like, hey, listen, can I do something a little different? Like he didn't want to be stuck in that type of role forever.
Jaleel White.
Yeah. And so after he became Stefan Urquelle, do you remember how he found a way? Because Laura was like begging him to stay Stefan, but he needed to have like a special potion. And he would like take the potion and he would have to go back and forth because Stefan Urquelle wasn't like as smart as Steve or something like that. So he was like trying to live in both worlds, and she would be like, please get in the machine, Steve.
Yo, that's messed up. You can't even like see the Stefan and Steve.
It was hard to see.
That's so funny.
But I do like, I think that character introduction in itself, it did something to the show. It like brought a renewed interest in the show, I think, from people who had kind of drifted off and felt like they were too mature for it, and they were like, oh, wait a minute. There's something else going on now.
All the young women that were watching it and that didn't think what's the son's name?
Eddie
Winslow was a romantic enough love interest.
He was. Well, that's the thing. That's why I feel like the show, they put so much focus on Steve's character that it didn't really allow for us to get into the other characters. So it's like, if you didn't really love the Steve Urkel character, it could get like old and redundant after a while. Because I don't think people thought that Eddie Winslow was like, chopped liver or anything. He just didn't get any airtime, and they kind of like, they reduced his character to being like a real supporting, and they also made him not super smart, and then his friend was like really dumb. Waldo Faldo.
That was one of my favorite characters. That name is legendary.
It is.
He was mad dumb. But didn't Steve also play like a girl Steve?
Oh yeah, his cousin.
What was her name? Myrtle Urquelle.
Yes.
Yo, Steve was all over. He was like Martin.
Mm-hmm.
He was playing all the characters. He had a Shanae. Yeah, Myrtle Urquelle.
Mm-hmm.
Steve was doing a lot. Like Jaleel White was doing a lot. I don't think he got enough credit for incredible acting on that show because he's not like that. Mm-hmm. He's definitely not a super brainiac geek nerd dude. Like, he's a regular dude.
Yeah.
He should have got more work after that.
Yeah, no, it's hard with these sitcoms. People just get stuck in a role.
Yeah, but I mean, he has several roles. Like, he showed his range to be able to go from just going from Steve to Stefan alone was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It showed how much what his acting range was really like, and to be that captivating of a character for so many years, and just like capturing the attention of America and TGIF, which is a very powerful television block.
Right.
You would think that he would get more work.
Yeah. I'm sure he made a lot of money for ABC.
His own show even, or something. Like, I wonder what happened with that. Maybe he wasn't willing to do all the other stuff.
Oh.
Maybe he kept his integrity and his, all of his integrities, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Right? Because apart from Who Made the Potato Salad, I can't name anything else he's been in.
Who Made the Potato Salad?
With an O-E. The potato. You put your foot in this.
Who Made the Potato Salad was a wild movie. My boy showed me that during one time. He's like, yo, you seen Who Made the Potato Salad? I was like, absolutely not. And then we watched it, and it was just like, wow. That was a lot.
But yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's true. And are they going to show us the trailer?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
why are we even talking about
Black show? Urkel is one of the biggest.
Oh my gosh!
That is the first one. I mean, you can go down the list. Where's a lot of characters?
Did it.
Bang Zoom to the moon, Alice.
So freaking meta.